AutoThresh Pro is here. It's the ultimate merch design plugin for Photoshop. It was rebuilt from the ground up, and I can't wait to get into the details. And if you guys already own AutoThresh V1 or AutoThresh Lite, then you guys will get a 50% off discount to purchase AutoThresh Pro if you choose to. You don't have to, but wait until you guys see what this thing can do. All right, so this is AutoThresh Pro, and let's compare it real quick to the previous version. You can see that we've overhauled the UI, the UX, and this is for a good reason. I mean, this is a truly powerful plugin, and we really wanted to show that with the UI. It's completely built from the ground up. The code is so far superior to the previous version. I mean, this one has like 1,000 lines of code. This one's over 10,000. It's got algorithms built into it. It will analyze your designs at a pixel level to determine the best settings. It's insane. And we're going to get into that. Let's go ahead and put this on the sidebar and get started. So I have some test designs here, and these are really on purpose blurry and shitty just to show you guys how powerful this plugin is. So as you can see, this is definitely not a sharp design. It's AI, obviously. It's really blurry. So we're going to take this plugin and fix it right now. So this is how quick this thing works. All you do is choose the fabric color. So obviously, what's our background color? It's black, right? So all we want to do is basically just run by clicking play. And when you run the plugin, it's automatically going to analyze the image at a pixel level, and it's done already. Now, what it's done is it's sourced some of the colors from the original image. And if you don't like the colors that it picked, all you have to do is click source colors, and it's going to keep going through the colors to find different colors from the original image. And you can do this as much as you want. We can also shift the colors, and that will actually, what it's going to do is it's going to keep your same settings. It's not going to adjust those, and it's just going to change the color palette essentially. So it's not messing up like the tonal ranges or anything like that. But for this, in this situation, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change them manually. So on the specular, I'm going to change this to white, and this actually doesn't look terrible. And the highlights, I'm going to change to more of a yellow just because I like that color palette. So we're going to go somewhere right there. And then for this mid-tone, I'm going to go more of a red color. This is like, it's going to be like an epic battle scene, so why not? And then for the shadows, I'm going to go more of like a brownish color. Now we have a harsh border, and that's okay. We just bring the shadow slider to the right. And as you can see, it fixes that. So already this is looking pretty good, and we can make some further adjustments. Now notice how everything is in real time. You're not waiting for a change, and that's something that the old one struggled with. AutoThresh Lite or V1, it struggled with large changes, so it lagged a lot, and that's one of the biggest complaints I've had with that one. Although a lot of people love it, it definitely was not the fastest plugin. So now we've fixed that, and as you can see, we get really, really fast results, which is what you want. Now, most people don't just stop here. Maybe you want to make the image more contrasty or bring out some details, right? We've added some image adjustments on the top here. So you can actually change the highlights and add more to the image. So if your image is lacking highlights, you just basically raise the highlights up and you can bring those back. And we can lower the exposure. And this is more of like the global brightness. So we want to kind of maybe bring that down. And then we can even bring out the shadows or crunch them more. So the AI, the algorithm, it's not really AI, it's a pixel level algorithm, right? So it determined that the shadows looked better to the right. So what I'm going to do is bring them back to the left. And as you can see, we can really add some contrast into this and make this look really moody in a way, which I really like personally. Bring out some of those highlights more. This looks really good already, and I'm actually really happy with the way this looks. Now, if I wanted to, I could go to the blur at this point and raise it up. And let's see what that does. And there you go. It basically just it takes the edge off the original image. It will blur the original image before the patterns and the thresholds are applied. So you can see it's almost spreading out the pattern, which you got to be careful about. You don't want to go too crazy with it. So I'm just going to leave it kind of right here. If you're happy with everything, you could technically save a preset, right? We have presets here now. So when you go to save your preset, it's going to be in your preset library. But one thing you want to do first before you do that is you want to actually edit your patterns. Now, notice there's no pattern right now. And normally on V1, you would see a pattern right here. So you're probably thinking, where the hell are they? All you have to do is click edit patterns, and we have a whole custom made panel just for patterns. Now, you can customize the pattern at a layer level. So every single layer you have, you can customize the pattern for it. So specular, highlight, midtone, and shadow are all customizable now. Whereas before it was a global pattern that sits on top of everything and you can't make any further adjustments. So now if I want to make a change, all I have to do is basically adjust. So this is only adjusting the specular, as you can see. Now we actually can just make this one emulsion. There you go. Now let's say I want the highlights to be halftone. Watch this. Oh, you know what? They're on linked all. I'm so sorry. Link all. That's actually a good segue into that. Link all will literally link all of the patterns. So it basically acts like the original pattern for V1. But if you don't want to link them, you just make sure that's unchecked. And what this does is allow you to change everything separately. So now let's try the same thing. We'll make this one. Actually, we'll keep the specular on emulsion 1. For highlights, we'll keep that on halftone. Now you can kind of see what I'm saying, right? I apologize for that. I was like, what the heck's happening? So you always want to make sure that link all is not checked if you want to change the pattern per layer, right? So yeah, that's what we're doing now. And we could do the same thing for the midtones and shadows if we want to, but this is just, it just kind of goes to show you how powerful this really is. I mean, if I want to, I'll go here. Actually, you know what? I'll go grain on this one. Maybe grain 1. So you could go as crazy as you want, really. And I personally like linking them, but my developer really loves keeping them all, different, which I respect the hell out of that. It makes sense to me. But yeah, so like if I want to, again, I could just link all. I checked link all because I personally like linking everything to apply one pattern globally. And I really love this emulsion 1. So that's what I'm going to use. And there you go. That's our look. And I really love this. It looks super cool to me. And if you zoom in, you'll notice that everything's pixel perfect. So there's no, gradation or anything like that. You're not going from 100% opacity to 90 to 80. There's no gradation at all. So when you go to DTG print this, it's going to look really, really good. And that kind of brings me to my next kind of topic is exports and screen printing in DTG, right? When you're preparing for print, what you want to do is you want to knock out the colors so you're not stacking solid color on top of each other, because that creates a thick print for screen printing specifically. For DTG, it's also kind of important, but it's not as important. So what I want to do is go to the very bottom here, and I'm going to click knockout. And immediately what's going to happen is it's going to take all the layers and knock them out from one another until you reach like the shadows. So if you look at the layers now, you're going to see everything's already knocked out for you with a click of a button. It didn't even load really. So it's really powerful. Now, if I zoom out, you can see everything looks the same. Now, it also creates spot colors for you for printing. So if you click spot colors, it's automatically going to create those spot color channels for you that obviously you want for screen printing. So this is known as a simulated spot color process, okay? Or a a simulated spot color process, I think. That's actually what it's called. Anyway, even if it's not, let me know in the comments. So what that did is that created all the spot colors automatically for us. And this is where we can export. So if you want to, you can export for DTG. So if we click DTG export first, you're going to see a print export setting panel pop up. And this is where you can make your changes. Now let's go to screen printing. And this is where we've really made some improvements. Now, most people, when they're screen printing, all screen printers use something called registration marks, okay? But they also use black ink on screens. You don't print color on a screen to knock out the emulsion, right? You print black. So what we had to do was we actually had to basically make the ink black. And that was that was challenging at first, but we've given people the option to export black ink or both. So you can export it as color if you want to, maybe you want to show off your layers, or if you just want to go straight to printing, you just choose black. So again, you can export for black or you can export for color or both. It's kind of up to you what you want to do. We also have registration marks now. So if you want, you could choose what registration mark kind of like symbol or icon or whatever you want to use. I'll just keep it on the crosshair. And then the really cool thing about this is you can export color reference data now. So when you do this, it's going to actually export the layers with a text file that gives your screen printer all of the color information per layer, which is awesome. So we have specular, highlights, midtones, and shadows. It gives you all the information, which is freaking incredible. So I've already exported, so I don't need to do that. And the export will take a little bit longer because it's complicated, right? So let's go to the desktop and let me show you guys how freaking cool this is. So I already have my DTG export. Now let's click on it. So you can see this is ready to go for DTG printing. You can literally bring this to the printer and it's ready to go. It goes even further for screen printing, of course. We have our text file as promised, and this gives you that color data, which is genius. Shout out to my developer. You're freaking awesome, dude. And this is the highlights, and you're going to see that they have a, what am I saying? They have the registration marks on the screen ready to go. So if I open them up, you're going to see that every single, separated layer has registration marks, so you can easily line them up. Why is it doing that? There we go. So you can easily line them up. You can imagine how easy this will be now, right? So when you're going to burn your screens again, you just want to line those crosshairs up, you print your ink, and it's also saving ink because you're not stacking solid colors on top of one another, which is dumb to do, honestly. But people do it. And this is your underbase. All done for you guys. This is AutoThresh Pro. It's powerful. I know it's great, and I hope you guys know it's great too. And I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys have any problems, or if you just have questions, or you just want to start a conversation, leave a comment and we'll get back to you on it. Me and the developer are going to be paying attention to everything. So if you guys have any suggestions, or you guys want to just say hi and say, hey, cool plugin, I'm also down for that. Let's go ahead and go to my website. When you guys go to my website, all you have to do is go to plugins, and you're going to see AutoThresh Pro. You want to click on that, and this is where you can buy the plugin. Now, you get a special discount automatically. You don't need a discount code. Everyone gets this discount. It's an early, kind of an early bird special launch price. If you own AutoThresh Lite, all you have to do is sign in and verify that you've already purchased AutoThresh Lite by using the email that you originally used to purchase AutoThresh Lite, which is V1, and it'll give you a 50% off discount code, guys. It's awesome. It turns out to be like $59 with that already discounted price. So you end up getting an insane deal. And yeah, guys, and you can learn more about it. This is 85% faster, and let me just quickly prove that to you. So let's go back here. Now let's go ahead and clear the spot colors. Bam. And undo knockout. Now if I go to make a change, you could see that it's instant. No waiting, right? Now let's go back to AutoThresh Original, V1, AutoThresh Lite. Okay, it's done, and it looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, credit where it's due, right? But if I want to make a change now, if you do that for like an hour, dude, it's annoying. Like, see the difference, and it applies like a generic value to every design, so it's not paying attention to the pixel data, which is terrible, because you want to look at the actual pixel data to determine the best settings, because every image is different and it never stays the same. So why would you use the same settings? Anyway, that's why I have a developer to help me out with the logic there. Do I need to say anything else? Do I really need to say anything else? The pattern is even worse. Watch this. I'll take a drink. Look how long I had time to pick up my drink and take a sip. You guys can get AutoThresh Pro at a special launch price, and if you already own AutoThresh Lite, you'll get 50% off on the new plugin. But I hope you guys enjoy the new plugin. I've spent the last 8 months of my life on it, and I've dealt with some idiots at the same time. I'm not going to name names, but man, there's some corny people out there that I had to deal with in order to get to a developer that knows what he's doing. And I'm so happy that I met this guy, because we built something truly special, and I think you guys are going to love it. My name's Charlie Pengus. I will catch you guys in the next one.